ever get that sinking feeling? You know when you're scrolling through social media
Oh, yeah.
and it just seems like everyone else is living this
Picture perfect.
picture perfect life
Mhm.
while yours feels like
Not so much.
less glamorous, let's be honest.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like it's so hard to escape that these days, isn't
Like
it?
it's everywhere.
And it's
Yeah,
it's just so draining to constantly feel like you're not measuring up.
totally agree.
Yeah. So today,
Yeah.
we are diving deep into this very human experience of jealousy.
Ooh, good one.
We have this really insightful article from the Yakin Institute to guide us.
Okay.
And
Good.
what I think is so fascinating is how it like weaves together
Yeah.
Islamic perspectives
Right.
and modern psychology.
Really interesting. Yeah.
Like it's kind of this powerful combination
Yeah.
because it helps us understand not just what jealousy is,
Uh-huh.
but why it affects us
The why, yeah.
so deeply, and more importantly, what we can do about it.
Right. Because knowing what it is
Yeah.
doesn't really help get rid of it.
Magically make it disappear, right?
Right. Exactly.
So this article starts by taking us way, way back to the story of Qabil and Habil.
Oh, wow.
You know, the sons of Adam.
Yeah.
You know, the very first case of like sibling rivalry gone wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Even in those earliest days,
Mhm.
comparison and envy led to tragedy.
Oh, wow.
Like, it shows us this isn't some new problem we've created.
That's a classic, huh?
It's a timeless human struggle.
Yeah, it is.
And the story of Qabil, I think, is such a stark reminder
Mhm.
that jealousy doesn't just hurt the person we envy,
Yeah.
but it poisons us.
From the inside?
The inside out.
Yeah.
So think
Yeah.
about it. Like, Qabil's envy not only blinded him to the blessings in his own life,
Yeah.
but it also drove him to commit a terrible act
Hmm.
with lasting consequences.
Yeah, huge consequences, right?
I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's like jealousy traps you in this cycle of negativity.
Totally.
And in today's world, with social media constantly amplifying everyone's highlight reel,
Oh, yeah.
it feels almost impossible to escape those comparisons, doesn't it?
No, it's like, how can you get away from it?
Yeah.
But you're bombarded
Yeah.
with everyone's highlight reel all the time.
Exactly.
It's tough.
Yeah, and it's like we're living in this,
It's like
what would you call it?
it's almost like a mirage. You know,
Social media mirage.
social media mirage, yeah.
Where everyone is presenting this, you know, carefully curated version of
Oh,
themselves.
yeah, for sure.
Not their full reality.
Right. It's just a sliver of the real deal.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's actually a psychological concept
Okay.
that I think helps explain why this hits us so hard.
Interesting.
It's called disqualifying positives.
Disqualifying positives.
Okay.
That's a new one for me.
Break that down for me because I have a feeling I do this all the time without even realizing it.
Yeah. So it basically means that
Yeah.
you downplay the good things in your own life.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But at the same time,
Yeah.
you magnify the good things in other people's lives.
Yeah.
Like you're wearing these negativity goggles,
Oh.
right? Where everything else seems so much brighter
Yeah.
and your own light is kind of dimmed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That analogy really
Full.
paints a picture.
Yeah.
So it's not just that we're seeing everyone else's highlight reel, but we're also subconsciously minimizing our own accomplishments.
Exactly.
Wow, no wonder those feelings of jealousy can be so intense.
Yeah, that's a double whammy right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Makes it tough
Yeah.
to feel good about yourself.
And then to make matters worse,
Oh.
this tendency to disqualify positives
Yeah.
often leads to us feeling inadequate
Mhm.
or unworthy, which makes any comparison
Right.
feel threatening.
No, yeah, totally.
The article gives some examples that I think really hit home.
Okay.
Like, imagine you're at a gathering
Yeah, like a party or something.
and someone starts bragging
Oh, here we go.
about their child's academic achievements.
I've been there.
Oh, I've definitely been in those situations.
Oh, yeah.
And you can just feel that pressure, right?
Right.
To like match their story with one of your own.
Gotta go up with something.
Even if it means like stretching the truth a little bit.
Little embellishment.
Right.
Never hurts.
Or think about those carefully crafted social media posts.
Oh, yeah.
You know, showcasing this picture-perfect family vacation,
Mm-hmm.
conveniently leaving out any mention
Mhm.
of the travel delays,
Mm-hmm.
arguments,
Right.
or the sunburn mishaps that inevitably happen.
It's a reality.
Right.
Exactly.
On any trick.
Happens to everyone.
It's like everyone is putting on this performance, right?
Oh, for sure.
Presenting a version of themselves
Yeah.
that's designed to impress.
It's all about the image.
And maybe even elicit a little bit of envy from others.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's the whole point.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's all about the envy.
It's like, it's not just limited to social media either, is it?
No, it's everywhere.
Think about those subtle ways that we try to one-up each other.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Even in everyday conversations.
Yeah, totally.
You know, it could be dropping hints about a recent promotion.
Oh, yeah.
Showcasing an expensive new purchase.
The humble brag.
Or casually mentioning your child's acceptance into a prestigious program.
Got to get those digs in.
There's this underlying pressure
It's constant.
to project an image of success
Yeah.
and happiness.
Success and happiness, yeah.
Even if it's not entirely accurate.
Fake it till you make it.
Right.
That's the motto.
So what you're saying is we're all caught up in this social media mirage.
Yeah.
Whether we're online or offline.
Look everywhere.
We're comparing ourselves to these carefully constructed facades.
Yes.
Not to people's real, messy, complicated lives.
Right. We forget about that part.
And that's a really crucial point, I think, for the
Yes.
listener to remember.
Definitely.
You're not alone in having bad days.
Yeah. Everyone has them.
Feeling insecure or dealing with challenges you don't share publicly.
It's part of being human.
Right.
Yeah.
Understanding that everyone is putting on a performance to some degree can help level the playing field and maybe even take some of the sting out of those comparisons.
That's the edge off, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But knowing about this mirage is helpful. But why do we fall for it so easily?
That's the question.
Like, why do those comparisons hit us so hard and trigger those feelings of jealousy?
Good question. Yeah. Like, what is it about us
Yeah.
that makes this so powerful?
Yeah. Like, why do we care so much?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the article points to 3 key areas where our thinking can go wrong that make us more vulnerable to those feelings.
Right.
And it's in understanding these patterns
Yeah.
that we can start to break free from their grip.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
All right, let's get into it.
Lay it on me.
Okay.
Okay, you've piqued my curiosity.
Ah.
What are these 3 areas
Okay, so
where our thinking can lead us down this jealousy rabbit hole?
the first one, as we kind of touched upon earlier, is low self-esteem,
Oh.
right? When we constantly feel inadequate or unworthy,
Yeah.
any comparison
Yeah.
becomes a potential threat.
Right.
Like viewing the world through this distorted lens, you know,
Oh, yeah.
where everyone else's accomplishments seem bigger and brighter
Yeah.
while our own feel insignificant.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like if you already feel insecure about yourself, seeing someone else succeed
Yeah,
just amplifies those
for sure.
negative feelings.
Makes it worse.
Even if their success has nothing to do with you.
Right, exactly. It's not even related.
Yeah.
But it still hurts.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the article highlights some potential causes
Yeah.
of low self-esteem,
Right,
like difficult childhood experiences,
Yeah.
past traumas, or even specific events
yeah, things that happen.
that chipped away at our sense of worth.
Right, those little things that chip away at you.
It's important to acknowledge that those experiences
Yeah.
can have a lasting impact
Oh, for sure.
on how we see ourselves.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the article doesn't dwell on the negativity.
No, it doesn't.
Instead, it focuses on how to move forward.
It's all about moving forward.
Right.
Yeah, you can't change the past.
Absolutely. The emphasis is on recognizing those negative thought patterns
Yes.
and starting to challenge them.
Challenge those thoughts.
Because low self-esteem doesn't have to be a life sentence.
It doesn't, no.
It's something we can work on and heal from over time.
Absolutely.
Okay, so low self-esteem is one culprit.
Okay.
What's the second way?
The second area
Our thinking can fuel those jealous feelings.
is misunderstanding Allah's bounties.
Okay.
So we often fall into this trap of thinking
Yeah.
that blessings are a limited resource,
Mm-hmm.
as if there's only a certain amount of success,
Right.
wealth, or happiness to go around.
Okay.
So if someone else is experiencing an abundance of blessings,
Yeah.
it must mean
Yeah.
there's less available for us.
Ah, the scarcity mindset.
The scarcity mindset, yes.
It's like that feeling when you see a job posting and think, well, if they hire that person,
Yeah,
it means I won't get the job.
right.
But logically, that's not always the case.
Not always the case, no.
Right.
Yeah, there's plenty to go around.
Exactly. This article beautifully reframes the idea of blessings, suggesting that we're operating from a scarcity mindset, when in reality, Allah's abundance is far beyond our comprehension.
Way beyond. It's impossible to grasp.
Yeah, and it reminds us that someone else's gain doesn't equate to our loss.
Exactly.
And to really drive this point home, it highlights a couple of really powerful verses from the Quran.
Okay, yeah.
Are you talking about the verses that emphasize how we can't even begin to grasp the vastness of Allah's blessing?
It's too much for us.
I find those incredibly awe-inspiring.
They are powerful.
Yeah.
They really put things in perspective.
Those are the ones, for example, Surah Ibrahim reminds us, and he gave you from all you asked of him. And if you should count the favor of Allah, you could not enumerate them.
It's impossible.
It's a powerful reminder that our provision ultimately comes from Allah.
Exactly.
Not from outdoing or competing with others.
It's not a competition.
I find that so comforting.
Yeah.
When you really internalize that truth, it becomes much harder to get trapped in those jealous comparisons.
Because you realize that your worth and your blessings are not dependent on someone else's success or lack thereof.
It's a liberating,
very liberating
perspective shift, and it allows us to celebrate others' successes without feeling threatened or diminished in any way.
Without feeling like it takes away from us.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got low self-esteem and misunderstanding Allah's bounties.
Okay.
What's the third area where our thinking
the third area
needs a readjustment?
Is about having unrealistic expectations for how the world works, particularly when it comes to happiness.
Okay.
You know, we often fall into this trap of telling ourselves, if only I had fill in the blank, then I'd be happy.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's a bigger house, a fancier car.
Yeah, or a different appearance.
A more prestigious job, or a different appearance.
We place an enormous amount of power.
So much power.
On external factors to determine our happiness.
We give away our power.
Oh, I'm definitely guilty of that one.
We all do it.
It's like I'm constantly waiting for some external change to magically make me feel content and fulfilled.
It's like this magical thinking.
Right.
We're looking for that external thing.
It's a common trap.
It is. It is.
And it's something I'm always working on myself.
Me too. It's a constant battle.
It's like we're chasing this moving target.
Yes.
Because there will always be.
There's always something else.
Something else to desire, something more to achieve.
Exactly.
The article provides a really relatable example.
Okay.
This connection we make between work advancement and physical appearance.
Oh, interesting.
We might tell ourselves.
Yeah.
If only I were more attractive. Or had a more impressive physique.
Right. If only I looked a certain way.
And I'd get that promotion.
And I'd be successful.
It's easy to fall into that line of thinking.
Oh, especially
in a society that places so much emphasis.
So much emphasis on looks.
On outward appearances.
Right. It's everywhere.
But that kind of thinking gives external factors.
It gives them way too much control.
Way too much control over our success and happiness.
Over our lives.
Exactly. It completely ignores all the other factors that contribute to career advancement.
Like hard work.
Such as hard work.
Skills,
experience.
Networking.
Networking.
All the things we can actually control.
And it ties back to our discussion about disqualifying positives. We might downplay our own skills and effort.
Our own work.
While overemphasizing the role of appearance. In someone else's success.
If only I looked like them.
It's like we're setting ourselves up for disappointment.
It is.
Because we're placing our happiness on things that are often
that we can't control.
Beyond our control.
Yeah, it's a recipe for unhappiness.
And that can lead to this cycle.
Oh, yeah.
Of frustration, envy, and resentment.
It's a vicious cycle.
Okay, so we've identified 3 problem areas.
Okay.
Low self-esteem. Misunderstanding Allah's bounties,
right,
and unrealistic expectations.
Those are the big ones.
It's great to have this awareness.
Yeah, awareness is key.
But what are some practical steps?
Right, like how do we
can take
to actually shift our thinking and break free from these jealous patterns?
Yeah, that's the question.
That's what I'm really curious about. You're asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Because awareness is important, but it's the action that truly makes the difference.
You got to do something.
Right.
Knowledge without action is useless.
The good news is...
Oh, there's good news.
This article doesn't just leave us with theories.
Okay.
It outlines 4 incredibly practical strategies.
Oh, fantastic.
That we can start using today.
I like it.
To combat those feelings of jealousy.
Okay, let's hear them.
And the best part is,
they're all doable even when you're feeling overwhelmed by those comparisons.
Even when you're in the thick of it. Okay, I'm ready for some actionable advice.
All right, let's go.
Bring on those strategies.
Okay, number 1.
That's the first one.
Is all about keeping perspective.
Okay.
And the article highlights a hadith that's so simple, yet so powerful.
I love those.
It compares worldly gain to dust. You know that one.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
It's such a stark.
It is.
And thought-provoking.
Make you think.
Image, all that striving, all that comparison.
All that yearning.
All that yearning for more.
Yeah, we work so hard for it.
In the end.
It's
all just dust.
It's all dust.
And it goes even deeper than that.
It does.
The article reminds us that with more blessings, also comes more accountability on the day of judgment.
Right, more to answer for.
So that thing you might be envying.
The thing that you want so badly in someone else.
Yeah.
It might actually be a heavier burden.
It might come back to bite them.
For them in the long run?
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, it changes things, doesn't it?
That's a profound perspective shift. It's like flipping the script on jealousy.
Flipping the script, yeah.
Suddenly those things we covet in others don't seem so desirable anymore.
Not so much.
Right.
Yeah, it makes you reevaluate things.
It helps us reevaluate our priorities and focus on what truly matters.
What really matters?
Our relationship with Allah.
Yes.
Our good deeds.
Our character.
Our character and our contributions to the world.
Those are the things that last.
Those are the things that will endure, the things that will carry weight.
Exactly.
On the day of judgment.
Not that fancy car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perspective check.
Right.
What's the second strategy?
Second strategy.
For combating those sneaky feelings of jealousy.
Is self-improvement. And the article makes this point that I think will resonate with a lot of listeners.
Okay.
It talks about how much time we waste.
Oh.
Comparing ourselves to others.
Oh.
You know, he uses the example of spending 2 hours a day.
Oh, no.
Scrolling through social media.
Yeah.
Feeling envious of everyone else's seemingly perfect lives.
Ouch. That hits close to home.
I know, right?
I think I might need to check my screen time after this.
Yeah, it's a wake-up call.
2 hours a day.
2 hours a day.
Is a significant...
That's a lot of time.
Chunk of time.
Yeah, you could be doing so much with that time.
Right. It's time that could be invested in activities that would genuinely enrich our lives and bring us closer to our goals.
Things that actually matter.
The article emphasizes that self-improvement isn't just about achievements, accolades, or outward success.
It's not about showing off.
It's about nourishing our souls.
Yes, exactly.
Expanding our knowledge.
Learning, growing.
Cultivating our talents.
Finding our passions.
And becoming the best versions of ourselves.
That's what it's all about.
So instead of mindlessly scrolling.
Right. Put the phone down.
And comparing. We could be reading.
Yes. Read a book.
Learning a new skill.
Take a class.
Exploring a creative hobby.
Paint, write, whatever you love.
Volunteering in our community.
Give back.
Strengthening our relationships with loved ones.
Connect with people.
The possibilities are endless.
Endless possibility.
When we actively engage in our own growth and pursue our passions.
Find what lights you up.
Those comparisons start to lose their power.
They do. They really do.
We become so absorbed.
You get so caught up.
In our own journey.
Yeah.
Of self-discovery.
You're on your own path.
And fulfillment.
Yeah. You're focused on what matters to you.
That we have less time and energy.
Yeah. You don't even have time.
To worry about what everyone else is doing.
You're too busy living your own life.
I love that. It's about shifting our focus from external validation to internal fulfillment.
It's an inside job.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got perspective.
Self-improvement.
Self-improvement check.
What's the third strategy?
The third one might seem a little counterintuitive.
Okay.
But it's about using comparison.
Oh.
But in a healthy and productive way.
Wait, healthy comparison.
Healthy comparison.
I thought all comparison was inherently bad.
It can be. It can be.
Yeah.
Especially when it leads to envy, resentment, and self-doubt.
Right.
But it can also be a powerful tool for growth and motivation if we do it right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So the article suggests 2 types of comparisons that can actually be beneficial for our growth and well-being.
Okay, lay 'em on me.
So the first type of healthy comparison is comparing ourselves to our past selves.
Ah, okay.
Instead of getting caught up in what others have achieved. Yeah, forget about them.
Or how far ahead they seem.
It's not about them.
We shift our focus inward.
Inward, yes.
And acknowledge how far we've come on our own journey.
Your own progress.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's about celebrating our progress, acknowledging our growth, and recognizing how much we've learned and overcome.
All the obstacles you've overcome.
Along the way.
Exactly.
It takes the focus off of external validation and places it on our own unique journey.
Your own path, yeah.
Exactly.
It allows us to appreciate our own growth trajectory without getting bogged down by comparing ourselves to others who might be on a different path.
Everyone's on their own journey.
And the second type of healthy comparison.
Okay, the second type.
Is comparing ourselves to those who have less than us.
Okay, that's an interesting one.
Now, isn't that just another form?
Yeah, that sounds a little...
of putting others down or feeling superior? Yeah, I can see how you might think that.
Yeah.
But it's not about that.
Okay.
It's not about belittling others.
Okay.
Or inflating our ego.
Right.
It's about cultivating a sense of gratitude for the blessings we often take for granted.
Right.
You know, when we consciously recognize that our situation could be much more challenging.
Yeah.
It helps us appreciate what we have and develop a more balanced perspective.
Okay.
There's a beautiful hadith that speaks to this.
Okay.
It says, look at those who are lower than you financially.
Okay.
But do not look at those who are higher than you.
Right.
Lest you belittle the favors Allah has conferred upon you.
That's such a wise reminder.
It is, isn't it?
It's so easy to get caught up in what we lack.
Yeah, we focus on what we don't have.
And forget about all the good things.
Yeah, we forget all the good stuff.
We already have in our lives.
We're so blessed.
Right.
Yeah, we need to remember that.
This type of comparison, done with sincerity and humility, can be a powerful tool. It can be. For cultivating contentment. Contentment, yeah. Gratitude and a deeper appreciation. Appreciation for what we have. For the blessings in our lives. Exactly. Okay, I'm starting to see how comparison, when used intentionally and mindfully.
Intentionally and mindfully.
So you have force for good.
It can.
Rather than a source of negativity.
You just got to use it the right way.
So we got perspective.
Perspective.
Self-improvement.
Self-improvement.
And healthy comparison.
Healthy comparison, check.
What's the final strategy?
The final strategy, and perhaps the most powerful one, is gratitude.
Gratitude.
And this one is often overlooked.
Yeah, why is that?
I think because we tend to think of gratitude as a fleeting feeling. Rather than an active practice.
I love that distinction.
Yeah.
Gratitude is something we have to consciously cultivate.
You got to work at it.
Not just wait for it to magically appear.
It's not going to just happen on its own.
Exactly. And there are so many ways to make gratitude a regular part of our lives.
It's a practice.
The article lists several practical exercises.
Okay, like what?
Such as keeping a gratitude journal.
Oh, yeah, a journal.
Expressing our thanks to others.
Saying thank you.
More frequently.
Yeah, more often.
And even simply taking a few moments each day.
Just a few moments.
To reflect on all the good things.
Think about the good stuff
we have in our lives. And research has shown that practicing gratitude can have a profound impact.
Oh, it's powerful stuff.
On our overall well-being.
It really is.
It can reduce stress.
Less stress.
Improve our mood.
Happier.
Boost our immune system.
Healthier.
And even strengthen our relationships.
Better relationships.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
There's a growing body of research that supports the many benefits of gratitude.
So we should be doing it.
And it's something we can practice in countless ways.
Countless ways.
No matter our circumstances.
Doesn't matter where you are in life.
The article highlights a few specific exercises. Such as taking a few minutes each morning and evening.
Okay, morning and evening.
To reflect on the things we're grateful for.
Just a few minutes, that's all it takes.
Reframing past traumas.
That's a good one.
By acknowledging the lessons we've learned.
Finding the good.
And even volunteering our time and resources to help those in need.
Helping others.
I'm noticing a theme here.
Oh yeah, what's that?
All of these strategies are about shifting our focus inward.
Inward, yeah.
Taking responsibility for our own happiness and cultivating a more positive and empowered mindset.
We want the power.
It's not about denying those feelings of jealousy, but rather
choosing how we respond.
How we respond to them.
Yeah, that's the key.
You've hit the nail on the head.
I did.
It's about recognizing that we have more control.
We have more control than we think.
Over our thoughts and feelings than we often realize.
We give away our power too easily.
And by implementing these practical strategies, we can weaken the grip of jealousy.
Loosen its hold on us.
And create a more fulfilling and meaningful life.
A better life.
Free from the shackles of comparison.
It's comparison, yeah.
Okay, so we've got this amazing toolkit of strategies to help us navigate those tricky feelings.
Those tricky feelings of jealousy.
Keeping perspective, focusing on self-improvement, using comparison wisely.
Smart comparisons.
And cultivating gratitude.
Gratitude, that's a big one.
But I think what really brings these ideas to life is seeing how someone actually puts them into practice.
Right, seeing it in action.
And thankfully, the article shares a really inspiring story.
Oh, I like stories.
About a guy named Yesser.
Okay, Yesser.
Who was able to overcome his own struggles with jealousy.
He struggled with jealousy too.
Using these very strategies.
Oh, wow. So he used these tools.
And I think Yesser's story is so powerful because it's incredibly relatable.
Relatable, yeah.
He was facing a lot of challenges. Like what? Job loss.
Oh, man.
Financial stress.
That's tough.
The responsibility of caring for his aging mother.
It's a lot.
Things that many of us can relate to on some level.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was really struggling with those feelings of...
Everyone's life is better than mine.
Everyone's life is better than mine.
Yeah, classic.
It's easy to feel trapped in that mindset.
Oh, absolutely.
When you're going through tough times.
Yeah, you feel stuck.
But Yasser didn't stay stuck.
Good for him.
He took action.
Yeah, he did something about it.
And that's what makes his story...
inspiring.
So inspiring.
Yeah, what did he do?
He didn't just passively accept his situation.
No.
Or wallow in those negative feelings.
He didn't just sit around feeling sorry for himself.
He started by limiting his social media use.
Makes sense.
Recognizing that constantly exposing himself to those curated highlight reels.
Oh, yeah, the highlight reels.
Was just fueling.
It's making it worse.
His feelings of inadequacy.
Right. Got to cut off the source.
That's such a smart first step.
It is. It's like detox.
It's like cutting off the source of the poison.
Exactly.
And then he started taking practical steps to improve his situation.
What did he do?
He reached out to his family for support.
Okay.
In caring for his mother.
Oh, that's good.
Which freed up some of his time and energy.
To focus on himself.
To focus on his own well-being.
That's huge.
That's huge. It shows the power of asking for help.
Asking for help, yeah.
Even when it's difficult.
It's not always easy.
Sometimes we try to shoulder all the burdens ourselves.
We do. We try to do it all.
And it can lead to burnout and resentment.
It's too much.
And then Yasser started focusing on his own goals and passions.
That's important.
He joined a basketball team, which not only provided physical activity, but also gave him this sense of community.
Oh, that's nice.
And belonging.
That's really important.
I love that detail.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a reminder that even small steps towards self-care can make a big difference.
It really can.
In our overall mood and well-being.
Small changes, big impact.
It's about making conscious choices to nourish our physical, emotional, and social needs.
All of it.
And Yasser didn't stop there.
He didn't.
He combined his passion for helping others.
Oh, that's great.
With his IT skills.
Okay.
And created this online foundation.
Wow.
To support other Muslims.
That's amazing.
Caring for family members with chronic illnesses.
He turned his struggle into something positive.
That's so inspiring.
It is. It's really inspiring.
He took his own struggle and turned it into something positive and beneficial for others.
He's helping other people.
It's a beautiful example.
It is.
Of how we can find meaning and purpose.
Even in tough times.
Even in the midst of difficult circumstances.
Exactly. You can still find meaning.
His story beautifully illustrates that it's not about erasing difficult feelings or pretending that challenges don't exist.
You can't just ignore them.
It's about choosing how we respond to those challenges.
Yeah, how you react.
How we channel our energy.
Where you put your energy.
And where we choose to focus our attention.
Your focus. That's key.
So after this deep dive into jealousy,
yeah, I'm
feeling a lot more hopeful.
Hopeful, that's good.
It's so easy to get caught in that comparison trap.
It is. It's so easy.
Especially in today's hyper-connected world.
If everywhere you look.
But knowing that there are practical steps we can take.
You can do something about it.
To shift our mindset.
Change your thinking.
Is incredibly empowering.
It is. It gives you power.
What really stood out to me is that all of these strategies, from keeping perspective to practicing gratitude, are about taking ownership of our own happiness.
Your happiness is your responsibility.
And finding contentment from within.
From within, that's important.
I agree. It's about recognizing that our worth is not determined by external factors.
It's not about what other people think.
Like social media likes.
The likes don't matter. Material possessions. Or the stuff you have.
Or other people's opinions.
It's about you.
It's about connecting with our values.
Your values, yeah.
Pursuing our passions.
Which you love.
And contributing to the world.
Making a difference.
In a way that feels meaningful to us.
That's what matters.
And I think that's a really important message for our listeners.
It is.
You are unique.
You are unique, yes.
Your life has its own inherent value.
You have value.
And your journey is unfolding perfectly.
It's all part of the plan.
As it should.
Trust the process.
Regardless of what social media or anyone else tells you.
Don't listen to the noise.
Absolutely. And it's never too late.
Never too late.
To start cultivating those practices of gratitude.
Gratitude?
Yeah. Self-improvement.
Improve yourself.
And perspective taking.
Perspective taking.
Even small changes.
Small changes.
Can make a big difference over time.
It all adds up.
So true. And on that note, I want to leave our listeners with a question that really got me thinking.
All right, hit me with it.
It's from the practical exercise section of the article. And it asks, what is one thing you can do today? To invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself.
Instead of comparing yourself to others.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a great question to ponder.
It is. Makes you think.
Because it brings it back to action.
Action, yeah.
It's not enough to just listen and agree.
I gotta do something.
It's about taking that knowledge and turning it into positive change in our lives.
Make a change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I encourage you to hold on to that thought.
Hold on to that thought.
What's that one step you can take?
One step.
That one choice you can make.
What are you going to do?
To nurture your own growth and well-being.
Take care of yourself.
Let that question inspire you.
Yeah.
To create a life.
Create your own life.
That's meaningful.
Meaningful, yeah.
And fulfilling on your own terms.
Your own terms, that's key.
Free from the shackles.
Break free.
Of comparison and envy.
No more comparison, no more envy.
And that's a perfect note to end on.
It is, it is.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
On this deep dive into jealousy.
It's been real.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights.
Some good stuff.
And practical strategies.
Some tools to use.
To help you create a more joyful and fulfilling life.
A better life.
Until next time.
See you later.